Just wanted to talk about the movie Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. This film once again stars Christopher Reeve as Superman slash Clark Kent. He's good in the movie. I think he's one of the good things about this movie. And he also co-wrote this movie, which is kind of sad because this is like regarded as like the worst fucking movie, one of the worst movies ever made, and one of the worst Superman movies ever made, if not the worst Superman movie ever made. Um, so yeah, now Lex Luthor, he's still in prison. His nephew Lenny Luthor breaks him out, and he starts to try to get like DNA of Superman so he can create somebody to fight against Superman to finally get rid of him once and for all. Another ripoff of Bizarro like they did in the last movie, because Bizarro, he's made by a DNA of Superman and he's like a clone, so this is kind of a clone. And it's so over the top when he has like Lex Luthor's voice. It's like it totally doesn't fit. It looks weird. His costume looks ridiculous. Like he doesn't even look like he's wearing pants. Like Nuclear Man, like he's just Nuclear Man. Like really? Oh my god. Like I love Superman. I do. I'm a huge fan, but I have to put my love for the character aside and acknowledge a piece of shit when I see one. And this is just not a good movie. It's not at all. There are kind of small little bits and pieces I do appreciate in the movie, but it's just another cash grab. It's just it and it like it just feels like so poorly made, like it doesn't feel like they put any heart into it. Like I felt like there was some heart left in the third one also, especially in the first two. But in this, it was just, recycling shit we've seen already in the first two movies. He just has random powers now. Also, it's like he could fix fucking blocks, buildings and stuff like that. They just fix itself. Really weird. Where the hell did he get these fucking powers from? I don't even think he's ever had those powers before in any of the movies. It's just like, well, I guess he needs it to save them because it's just, well, yeah, he needs powers for this part. Is um I mean, in the first three movies, basically, them flying together and her finding out that he's Lois Lane, and then he kisses her and she forgets everything. They did that again. Um, and it's like he creates this dude, and Superman. He had, also, what I did like though is when he tries to get rid of all the nuclear weapons. That's all around the world because he's afraid that we'll try to, hurt ourselves or hurt others. So he gets rid of every bomb. So that's basically what sets out Nuclear Man. His name, it's fucking awkward even saying it. It really is. Nuclear Man. Really? And like he's powered by the sun. Um so every time he's not in the sunlight, he'll get all fucked up. Um it's just like why do they keep using these shitty villains in these movies? You have such great villains you can use. I mean, I guess they didn't have the rights for it, but shit, you know? I don't know, like another knockoff of Bizarro, and he's lame. Like he just looks lame to me. Um, and like it's just a poorly made movie. Like another scene I do like though, when Superman saves the train with Lois in it, that was a fun scene. Like that was cool when he steps in front of the train. It does look cheap though how he stops it because it stops in front of him. It's just like an illusion of him actually stopping it with strength, but he's really not. It's just stopping in front of him, and they filmed it that way. It looks so obvious. And then like it's just it's just not good. It's just not. You gotta admit it. I love the Superman character. I love Christopher Reeve as Superman. I love him as Clark Kent. There are some scenes in here I do like though. I'm not gonna bullshit. But overall, it just feels like a quick cash grab. It's really short. It's like an hour and like 20 something minutes. I don't know. When I was little, I always remember this movie being a hell of a lot longer than that. But when you're little, you love everything. Um, And after, growing up, you watch some of the things that you loved when you were little, and you start to see that it's shitty. And sadly, this is one of those movies. Um, but you know, there are some things in it I do like. Um, that whole I kind of like though when he gets his neck scratched, but how does that make him lose all his powers though? I guess because he's like vulnerable or something, and that cuts him and it hurts him. And then he gets the same crystal again that he used in Superman 2. I thought if he used that crystal once, it didn't work again, but I guess he has another crystal, or it's just the same one again, and they just forgot that they can't use the same one again. So he uses that, and he's back again. That was okay. That scene, like when he turns back into Superman. But this is just a fucking really forced movie. A lot of stuff that's just repetitive that we've seen 100 times in the old movies. Um, it's just I don't know. Like I used to love it when I was little. I used to really love this movie, but now you could totally tell that it's just bad. Like Nuclear Man is just lame. He just looks fucking retarded looking. Um, but yeah, that's really all I have to say about Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. The quest for piece of shit. It sucks. I hate myself saying that about a Superman movie, but you got to admit it when you see a piece of shit, it's a piece of shit. So, that's really all I have to say. Thanks for listening. Subscribe and peace. The quest for peace, the piece of shit.